Okay, so let's talk about. We're going to cover both, but I want to see which one you want to do first. Do you want to cover a little more of the propaganda, or you want to talk about the relief bill in like detail? Because we got a lot of little things that came out of it. Because I don't know if you know this, it was 5,200 pages, and you know how long they had to read it? 2 hours.
Yeah, it's always what they do.
I know, but it's worth repeating.
Yeah, I know. Let's do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because this is fun. Nice
So,
600 buckaroonies for everybody.
It was the $900 billion COVID stimulus package. Okay, and here's what was in it. Let's check it out. Here we go. $600 to American citizens. Cool, right? It's not bad, right? Not bad. $40 million for the Kennedy Center.
They love that Kennedy Center.
Didn't Kennedy Center get $20 million last time?
They love that Kennedy Center.
And then they fired everybody?
What's under the Kennedy Center that's so important?
I don't know. That's where they're keeping Robert Kennedy Jr., bro. He's in a bunker. $154 million for the National Gallery of Art.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Gallery of Art. $1 billion for the Smithsonian Institute.
By the way, somebody in the chat, Dorothy in the chat, says Trump better veto. What fucking planet are you living on? He's not vetoing this. He's going to push it right through. This is now the exclamation point at the end of the sentence that Donald Trump, turns out, wasn't our buddy.
$14 million for the, and Mike and I were talking off air. We're like, Mike, I was like, what's going to happen to the Woodrow Wilson Center?
It's all he's been talking about, frankly. It's been
really,
very
I
annoying.
don't stop. I'm like,
very annoying.
What about the Woodrow Wilson Center?
And I went, I don't know, enough.
Well, good news, Mike. I'll shut up now because it's getting $14 million.
Thank God.
$167 million is going into the National Foundation on Arts and Humanities.
Great. Another leftist organization. Fun.
Nice. And look, the next one before I read it, I want to point something out. A lot of Americans are suffering, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Their businesses are closed. San Francisco right now just said that there's more. You saw that more overdose deaths than COVID deaths going on in San Francisco. Schooling is a mess. There's going to be a lot of kids who are going to be repeating grades because you can't get the right education over a Zoom meeting. So the good news is you're going to get $700 million if you live in Sudan.
Well, that's great.
So if you live in Sudan,
it's great news.
$700
for the Sudanese. This is great.
$700 million, because this COVID bill, which is supposed to be about America, they're going to get $700 million. And you know what, Mike? The Bengals are excited, not the team, the band. Yep, because Egypt's getting $1.3 billion.
I like it.
And of course, what's more important than all? Asia Friends, $1.4 billion for the Asia Reassurance Initiative Act. Now, I looked up what it was. I really tried to research this. It is like 1,000 pages of just political, like little, just basically handouts to countries that aren't North Korea.
Yeah, well, we had to be honest, I did read the bill in its entirety, line by line.
No wonder you're so sleepy.
I know. And the main thing with the Asia Reassurance Initiative Act, it's basically just reparations for everything Shane Gillis said this year.
Oh, Seth Gilligan?
Seth Gilliam. And so we had to pay reparations to the agency.
That's
so you
fair.
can thank him for that.
That's fair. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, thanks, Shane Gillis.
Then $135 million for Burma, which, by the way, surprised about this? Burma still exists. Did you know that?
I didn't know. A, I didn't know it still existed. B, why are we giving them $135 million when they have all those fucking rubies the size of tangerines?
No. It's a movie, and that was Michael Caine saying it, I believe.
That's right. A ruby the size of a tangerine.
So
clearly, they have money. What can we at least get the tangerine-sized rubies?
No, they keep both. They keep the rubies and the money.
They burned the forest, Master Wayne.
Fucking shut up. I hate that scene.
There's a lot. Dude, when you go back and rewatch those Batman movies, I'm starting to learn they're pretty bad. Like, they're awesome for what they are, but when you really start paying attention to the Batman movies, they're pretty bad.
So the next one is $85 million for Cambodia. $135 million.
When I was in Cambodia, I saw a tangerine the size of a ruby.
Those are very small tangerines.
They were
small tangerine.
Snack sized. They brought them to our hotel, Master Wayne.
A little bit.
They would bring them up. Little
tiny,
shirtless lady
little
boys
tiny.
would bring them up to the hotel room, Master
Okay,
Wayne.
wait, I'm sorry. Back up, Mr. Kane. Shirtless. I'm sorry, Alfred.
This,
Shirtless boys.
This was back when I worked for your father before he hired people.
Oh, okay. I got it. All right. Yes.
This is the whole side plot of Batman is Alfred really has an issue with fucking Lucius Fox.
Just really.
Master Wayne, I remember when your father wouldn't even hire those types of people.
Forget making your bat suit. You're letting him press your clothes. So, 135 million for Nepal,
Well, yeah, of course.
and of course, one of our greatest allies right away, the socialist country of Venezuela, is getting 33 million. We're bailing out.
Wow, that's like 75 billion in Venezuelan dollars.
You could buy Venezuela for $33 million.
Probably.
With change. You'll
why
get
would you
change.
want to?
Nah, it's disgusting. And then of course 453 million for the Ukraine. They get a little taste. You can get a little taste.
Where was I'm curious? Just remind me again. The president-elect Joe Biden. He has a son, right?
Yes.
And he used to have two sons,
Ouch.
but he has one son left. He worked in the energy field, in the energy sector, right?
That's correct.
And if I remember, the company was a foreign company. Where was that company located?
I want to say the Ukraine.
It was somewhere in that area, right?
It was,
Yeah.
No, it was actually in the Ukraine.
Okay, well then there you go.
$453 million.
But they're paying them in crack.
So, crack rocks the size of tangerines.
Master Wayne, when I was in Burma, we smoked crack rocks the size of ruby-sized tangerines.
So ruby-sized crack
Or
rock?
tangerine-sized ruby crack rocks.
Are
Master
they little or
Wayne.
are they big? Are they bigger? I mean, even a ruby-sized crack rock's a big crack rock.
It would be well, it depends on the cut.
No, and by the way, so I haven't omitted it. I was about to get to that next. This COVID bill was all part of a larger spending bill. It was. I looked it up. So it was part of a larger spending bill. The spending bill also gives. I want to make sure I get it right because I don't want to over exaggerate. I don't want people.
How much are they getting? How much are
I
they
just looked
getting?
It up. I looked it up.
How much are they getting? Like by the way, I was kidding about having seen the bill. How much are they getting?
How much do you think they're getting? If you had to guess. For one-time shot, mind you, this isn't like over. Like they get 3.8, but one-time shot. How much do you think they're getting in the spending bill? Now the spending bill is part of the COVID bill. One-time shot.
I'm gonna say 100 million.
500 million. They're getting $500 million, ladies and gentlemen.
But why are you so black, Bill?
Now, keep in mind, this is it's noted that this is part of a appropriations package that the COVID bill is a part of. So they didn't put it in the COVID bill, but it's part of the appropriations package. It's connected to the COVID bill.
Yeah,
Just letting you know.
Yeah, just carry it forward. It's fine. Just give them whatever they want.
Space Force gets $2 billion.
Give them whatever they want. Okay.
Space Force is getting $2 billion. Yeah, $500 million.
Oh, that's great. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. I knew they were getting a cut. I knew it.
Yeah, it's part of the entire omnibus appropriations bill, which contains the COVID relief as a COVID relief bill. So,
but why are you so black-pilled?
500.
Love this. This is right, man. Embrace the suck, baby. That's it. It's like, look, at this point, culturally, we're at the point where, like, where they always tell you, embrace the suck. Mm-hmm. When the guys are in the shit, like Vietnam guys, and there's that first couple of weeks where they're just, like, jittery and they're scared to die and all that stuff. And then you get that 1,000-yard stare, and you've been there for months. And then you get to that point where you just fucking ride it, baby. Like, that's it, man. That's what I want to be. The cultural equivalent of the guy who's like a machine gunner in Vietnam, and he's just mainlining every day and just chain smoking cigarettes and doesn't even duck when the mortars start going off anymore. He just hops on his gun and goes, and just shoots heroin and is like, let's fucking ride it, baby. That's what we need to do. Because there's no other, like, you can say, oh, it's black pilled, but it's like, I want to be able to navigate this and keep my sanity. So, you know,